Hello Gundam Age fans, today it's Speedball Haro and today I'm doing my Gunpla Clash, or as I've called it, Ninja Clash review of the Gundam Age 1 Bandai, Age 1 Spallow, and the Dragon Momoko Age 1 High Grades, Spallow, or as I'm going to refer to this one as Spallow Armaments, being to, well, accessories. And but before I get into the review, I'd like to take a quick second to say thank you to all of my subscribers for getting me as far as I've gotten, because I just found out today that I have reached 600 subscribers, or as I say, Haroscribers. And I just am amazed and like to say thank you so much for all those who have supported me and who have joined my channel. I'm glad to see that my videos are able to help any way they can, and I hope to continue that for you guys. And hopefully my future videos will continue doing what they've been doing. So I wanted to say thank you, and hopefully for the next, well, 600 more subscribers, I guess. We'll see, right? All right. So as I was just saying before, we'll be looking today at the two HG Spallows. And of course, you might be wondering, is there any major differences between them? Yes and no. The main mold between the two kits from the two brands are pretty much identical. The body, the polycaps, all that stuff, detailing, most of it is about the same. The only major differences, honestly, would be on the armaments version, because of the retooled parts and such they added to the Spallow here to assist with the new components and parts that it comes with, and other such detailings like that. In fact, because of the parts the Dragon Momoko Spallow uses, you get a lot of extra parts from it. For example, you get the H1 Normal's, Dober gun, as you see right here. And it's complete. Nothing missing, all here. And even comes, in fact, because the Dragon Momoko utilizes the normal H1 components and runners and stuff for the Spallow, you even get the H1 Normal's decal sheet in this kit as well, instead of the Spallows. So yeah, but in the sense it's all right, because the only major difference for the sticker sheet for the Spallow is the sticker you need for the blade, as you can see here, which this one doesn't have, but doesn't actually need, because for the Dragon Momoko Spallow, or Spallow Armaments, they did a different way of producing the blade instead of how Bandai did it, as in they just simply, well, released a clear version of the blade, which honestly, in my opinion, looks a bit better. Because, I mean, it's nothing against the blade itself. It is cool. Same part separation as Bandai's. Nothing different there. But the difference is the Bandai's version, well, as you can see on mine, I painted mine to match the more accurate anime coloring of the blade. But originally, without stickers and all that, this blade is white. It's pure white. So, yeah. I mean, that's one reason I do like the Dragon Momokos a little more, because all of the blade weapons are clear and you don't have to actually paint anything, and are in more accurate coloring, like this one. See? See? Okay. And what else? Let's see. Oh, and as I was just mentioning, for the Dragon Momoko one, you will get a lot of extra parts with this kit. As I mentioned with the gun, and as you can see right here, there's a pile of hands. But also if you are wondering, yes, you can remake the standard Spallow with the Momoko version. The only major differences there is that some of the parts are not in the same color. Like here, as you can see, these are the parts that would not go on the arm for the vent function, allowing him to use his vernier arm to attack with. as you can see, the standard one is all blue, whereas the Momoko's armament one is blue and white. So it's not going to be an exact match color-wise, which is probably why you'd more likely keep them in the custom version because it's more accurate in color-wise. But you will get extra parts, like I just showed you, those parts, the vent parts, the original shoulder armor parts. Let's see. And other than that, as I mentioned, being that they use the H1 normals runner set and such, you will get a almost complete runner parts set of the H1 normals, leg sections and such, and, well, half the shield that you would get with the H1 normal. Sadly, you don't get the other outside parts to make a complete shield, so just scratch parts pretty much in this case. So yeah, and other than that, you do get, let's see, I believe, good number of hands, because you get duplicates of several hands, and you do get different colored hand covers, as you can see. These are white, whereas Bandai's is a gray. So what you get here is you get two holding hands of the same at the same side. So you get two lefts. Let's see if I'm right. Make a mistake here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. There's left. This is two lefts. You get one open hand that has more of a claw look comparison, because it's on an angle for this one, as you can see. But you do get standard ones too, and you do get another one with a hand cover, because you will have several without covers, I will tell you that. You do, of course, get a matching set of right holding hands. Of course, he's using the other one. This is this one. There's an open hand on him. You do get as well two fists, which you do get with standard Spallow, but you only get one in that kit, whereas in this one you get two. And the only major difference hands-wise is this hand right here. Well, actually two. You get both sets of a left and a right. And as you can see, there's a hole in this hand for a specific reason, and that deals with the new weapon that it gives. Oops, sorry. Pretty much all you do is just put that in the hand, and now he has a claw launching gimmick, a grappling claw now. Now, of course, one fact you must know is for the armament Spallow, all the new weapons and such he comes with, that this one would come with, are actual weapons and parts from actual Bandai high grades and one master grade kit, to be specific. For example, the kit, your parts you're looking at right now, the hand components, like this one, with that, these are from the Gundam Seed Stargazer Strike Noir high grade. The hand cover, of course, is modified for the H brand, but the hand is from the Strike Noir. Same with the wire, but not the claw. This is actually a complete different high grade. This one comes from the Gundam 00 Reborns Gundam for the Reborns canon. It's actually the hand of the Reborns canon, to be specific. They just added it to this, so you would have a grappling claw function now. And let's see. And that includes these two. These are also from another kit. These aren't even high grades. As you can see, these cool dagger blades. These would be mounted onto the shoulder sections. As you can see. Got it. There we go. They clip on right there. Slide them in. And there you go. And look like that. Let me put this one down so you guys can see this. See? Pretty cool. Definitely like the design of it. And this comes from the Gundam Seed Master Grade line for the Gundam Astray Blue Frame D, I believe it's called. So, interesting that this would be a skirt part for that Master Grade, but for this age, it's a shoulder armor part. So, interesting. Definitely more unique than I was expecting. And then, of course, we move on to this one. this is a blade weapon that pops out and mounts onto the arm, especially where the new modded part is, which I'll show in a second. And simple flips out and in, such like that. And of course, this is a clear blade, so like that. And this part comes from another high grade, the Gundam 00, from the, I believe it's the manga series of 00, and this is from the Astraea Type F specifically. So it's the exact same high grade parts you get in that kit, but it's been the only real modification is instead of a solid blade, you, of course, as mentioned, a clear blade. So yeah, interesting. And lastly, there is this claw. Now, you might have thought this was probably not any weapons at all and just some extra part they made up. Nope. This was also a high-grade addition from the Universal Sentries, or should I say Gundam Unicorn, Zula Z, or the C-type Zula mobile suit that had the claw weapon on his arm. And this is it. This is the exact same claw. Still does everything that one does, and now falls back and everything. See? Like that. Then you just push down here and voila, pops out. So yeah. Definitely interesting how they were able to take regular high-grade parts and modify them, merely just changing the color or the, well, solidness of a part from solid to clear like this, as you can see. Interesting. And like I said, he does come, and also I should mention this before I forget, the reason why this kit has so many extra hands too is besides the Noir hands it comes with, the extra hands are actually from, once again, the Age 1 normal. You get Spallow's hands with the normal hands, so that's the reason why you have so many hands in this kit, so you know. So yeah. And of course, now we'll take a quick look at himself. Now, was there any major problems with the momokos to bandais? Not really, no. Everything puts together as I mentioned. Oh, before I forget, you see these parts right here on the feet? The standard one does not come with this. But I've not found any other model kit from Bandai that has these blades attached to it like this, or on the body anywhere. So, as I can tell right now, this is their own custom they added to the kit. Now, of course, I could be wrong. If anyone has seen these blade parts, go ahead and put it in the comments, because I could not find these anywhere. I tried to look. Nothing. So, yeah. But like I said, this is identical to the mold of Bandai's, and it has the exact same articulation. Oops, excuse me. And doesn't have any hindrances too much from the new parts. The only issue with it is that the hands, though, for this one are so opened that sadly the blade tends to, oh no, now you want, there you go, tends to want to fall out the wrong, if you bump into it the wrong way. So yeah, but if you hold it at the right angle, it'd be fine. And like I said, articulation is the same. You just see, full 360. Legs can move out that far. Same here. You can bend all the way up like that and such. Now, the only minor issue I had with the Momoko's age, and this I believe is with all their age kits, is the waist polycap. I've learned from building a few of these is that for some reason the polycap on these guys is really smooth. Like literally so smooth, there is no friction and no way that the upper torso will stay on. Because every time I tried to move this guy, it would just pop right off, just easy. I would just like pop, nothing. So I figured if you so what I did pretty much is you can easily just fix that by just thickening up the polycap, or if you have an extra polycap lying around of the same kind, just swap it, which is what I did, because now it's nice and tight where it's not going to come off, but you can still do everything that it should do. So yeah, Now, of course, the one details on this version, of course, as I was mentioning, is the new parts they did give to the kit. As you can see here on his, right here on his wrist, there's a mounting spot for weapons, and that's, of course, how the wrist parts attach, like such. Now, I have learned that with this one, it is a little loose, but nothing bad. I mean, see, you can hold it. You can do all kinds of poses with it and such. And of course, it does pop off a little easy if you bump in the wrong way. So, yeah, but that's not a huge deal. And of course, this is the shoulder mounts. It's the exact same shoulder armor you'd get standardly, but they modified it right there for a ball joint connection for these, as you can see. And these are actually pretty tight. I've had it in there and tested out, see how loose it can be. As you can see, it stays in there pretty well, and you have to angle it on a certain angle in order to pop it out. So if you want to take it off, so that's actually pretty cool and good actually for that. But like I said, other than that, it's identical to his counterpart, and you know, articulation, color, paint requirements, and such is all the same as his twin. So, speaking of that, let's put him down and bring in the official Spallow, which, as I was mentioning, it may not have all the accessories as his Armaments copy has, but still is a really cool kit. I mean, who doesn't love a ninja style mech? I mean, it's pretty cool. And of course, this one has accurate color, arm parts, colored parts, everything that it's supposed to have. And of course, the knee gimmick. They both have this, of course, where the knee armor pops out for a secret weapon. Pops in and out, just like that. And same articulation. So, no flaws there. Same with his arm. Now, of course, I have learned that with this one's hands, he can hold his blade with no problem. See? I could shake him and it won't fall out. So that's one benefit. And as I mentioned, he only comes with two hands, and that is an open hand for left and a fist. And an open hand there. So, yeah. That's it. This is one of the lightest accessories kits you'll find with the H kits. That I can tell you right now. And like I said, same articulation, up and down, and such. So yeah, and I've had no issues with him. Nothing's fallen off. And keep this fact in mind: this is a 10-year-old mold. So if it doesn't have that many problems, that's a good sign. And of course, both kits can store their blades right here in the back. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And being for its age, if I can do all of this with a 10-year-old kit, yeah, that's definitely a good sign. That's not bad. I mean, nothing like you should feel upset about, worried about, or anything. That's actually a good thing. The only minor issues, like I mentioned, for this version is just the blades, paint requirements. But then again, that's standard stuff. And like I said, these are the official stickers, as you can see here. So you got the H symbol, eyes, and other camera eyes, and then the blade. Though I will say, though, for color accuracy, I don't understand why, but this blade sticker, I should say, doesn't really match up with what it's supposed to be. Because in the anime, it's supposed to be, well, a green. This is like a mint green, yes, but it's not it's not dark enough. It should even more or less be close to the H symbols green, not this really light green. So yeah, I don't know why they did that. However, and as you can see though, a simple paint job can fix that. So now the final question is, if I had to suggest which one of the two Spallows I would suggest for this Gunpla clash, well, I think at this point it's pretty much obvious. And that is, I'd have to say, of course, Bandai's. And there's a reason. Honestly, you can't go wrong with either mold, with either kit officially, because the fact is they're both the same mold. The body, everything mainly for the kit is the same. The only difference is the accessories you'd get with the Momoko Armaments version. So yes, but then of course if you want the same components like he has, like I was mentioning, you can easily buy the same kits and just customize the Bandai version. And of course I will post the links in the description for the kits that you would need, of course, if you're interested. So yes, honestly that's why I'd say just if you're gonna get one, you're going to be better off getting the Bandai one for that reason. And second reason is that due to the fact of Dragon Momoko shut down a few years ago, the Momoko armament Spallow and all the other high grades age kits from Momoko have not been seen or produced since. So the fact is, you're not going to find this guy that easy. I'm sorry, that's the truth. And sadly, that is the case. So I would just say once, and of course, once Bandai decides to do a reissue for Spallow here, go for him. He's a lot of fun. He's a ninja. He's got cool weapons, and he's just really cool looking. And he's a good mold. There's no problems with him. I've had him standing with no problems. Nothing's fallen off. Nothing's broke. Nothing. Everything works fine. Even for the boot-like version, it works fine. Like I said, one minor issue with the polycap. That's it. That's fixable. Other than that, yeah, it's a pretty good mold. So I hope, of course, soon that Bandai will, of course, reissue the Spallow so more can get it. And yeah, that's honestly about it. So in the end, well, Bandai Spallow is obviously the winner here. So that's my opinion for my Gunpla Clash Ninja class of the Age 1 Spallows. So I'd like to say thank you all for coming. I hope you all have a good day, are with your families, safe and happy, enjoying your hobbies, like I always say. And of course, I think in one more, thank you for all your guys' support and continuing support. And I hope to, improve in time and such. So all I have to say is thank you all for coming, and I hope you all have a good day.